I literally out the door and I was like, shit. So I came back up quickly. Because I know I didn't come out. I didn't come out all the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a fantastic few days, not even a week in boxing. So welcome to the main man himself, Ade Oladipo, one of the guys that I look up to the most that's in the industry, that's worked from the ground up. And look at you, heading up press conferences.
I hate doing that, you know. I hate it. I'm going to ask them not to do it again, just between me and you. I just don't like it. It's not really me. Like, I prefer, like, you don't know what you're going to get from the fighters. You're trying to find something. It's a bit, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. I'd rather they give it back to Dev. I'm not a fan of it at all. I'm serious. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it.
But it's enjoyable for us. So
yeah.
Even if you don't like it, we like to see you up there, Ade.
Yeah, and I appreciate it because I guess you've got to work to get up there, right? So it's almost like a well done to get up there. But when you're up there, you don't know what is going to happen.
I get it.
There's far too many questions. Like, how many promoters were up there, managers today? 6? So even before you got to the fighters, like, everyone says anything, they go on too long. It's like, oh, yeah.
But at least you got them all in the right order and you knew who each of them were.
That's true.
That's a start.
It helps.
It really does help.
That's important,
because you know what the internet's like.
Oh my God.
Don't miss a trick.
And I liked the Josh Warrington thing. That just came to my head. I thought, you know, Josh deserves something because Josh has given us so much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That acknowledgement was nice.
He deserves it.
Speaking about deserving things, Ade, can we just go back to last week, please?
Do we have to?
We need to.
Do we have to?
We need to.
Well, we do need to. We do need to. You are correct. We need to. I still don't.
You've sat down with both fighters all through fight week, had your exclusive one-on-ones, got a feel for the energy. I know that seems to be a key word.
It is
spiritual.
Yeah. Oh, we're not going there. We're not going there. We're not going there.
Listen, I've got my witch's cauldron back at the back.
That's mad, that, isn't it? That conversation that's been like, it's actually a big conversation. Well,
I like that stuff.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I hear it. I'm Nigerian, so it's a real thing. Where we're from, it's quite a real thing. So when you hear it, you do wonder if that kind of spooked out AJ and Team AJ. I'm not quite sure, but
well, he did ask everyone to pray for him at the
weigh-in, and I know I saw that. I saw that, and I was like, And I just pick up on small things. Some things could be inconsequential. They could be, and I'm like, why have you asked that for? Because I've never heard him ask that. And this isn't like he was going in there against Usyk or, you know what I mean? So it was a bit like, where's that come from? So I was a bit surprised and shocked by it. And I just look at him a bit differently. So I'm looking at him thinking, are you okay as you walk into the ring? I'm looking at him. And I was like, in the ring, I don't know, like, I feel like when I'm saying all this, it's giving excuses for him, but it's not. But he took his top off, then put it back on, and then I'm like, hey, like,
uncomfortable.
Are you focused right now? Like, do you know what's in front of you? So yeah, but ultimately Dubois was just too good, too young, too strong. Bullied him, bullied AJ, like bullied him. Put that, and I'm like, what's going on here? You know, I mean, I don't know, man. You know, my take on it, you probably see I said retire. But I know people were like, retire. I said retire. But not because he can't compete with the guys anymore, because he can. I think AJ in any fight can compete. But I'm like, what's the want? What is it for now? We saw that video of Joe Joyce, and AJ is not that. He's not taking punishment like Joe Joyce has. But I saw that video, and I was like, you've made hundreds of millions. You've got all the accolades in the world. You've introduced new fans to the sport. You've got all these new sponsors. Under Armour and Lucasade, and the man didn't care about boxing. He's brought all that in. It's cool now. Set off into the sunset and enjoy life. Or keep building 258 management, bring young fighters through. I just don't know the want. Because, like, he's not going to get undisputed. That was the want before, undisputed. You're not going to get that. I don't know if I'm that interested in seeing a Fury fight. So, like, I don't know, man. I don't know, his team maybe not happy with me saying, oh, he should quit. I think they're reading it wrong. I'm not saying he should quit because I think he's crap. I'm saying he should quit because what are you chasing? What's the want? So that's my thing, but it is what it is.
When you look at the performance of Daniel Dubois, somebody that came in there literally, I imagined, and this is just my opinion, Daniel Dubois sees in Matrix, he sees in binary code, and or you know, do you remember The Predator?
Yes, I do.
In the 1980s.
Yes, I do.
When all the
one of my favourite films.
The heart organs and everything.
See everything.
That's how Daniel Dubois came in, laser focused. Even when he was walking to the ring, he was like the Predator.
Honestly, nothing affected him.
Nothing.
Like you're watching him thinking, nah, he's locked in. I'm not joking. Tony Belly was with me. And Tony, if you're watching this, sorry. And I was like, raw. No, I said he's locked in, you know. I said, that Tyson top. And Tony was like, he's not Tyson. I'm like, I know he ain't Tyson, but he's locked in. He's not fear. I knew he wasn't scared of AJ from the face-off I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from then, when AJ kind of said, don't talk to me like that, and Dubois stuck up for himself, I was like, okay, he's not, because I remember when AJ's put it on other people, like Dominic Brazil and Hellenius, I kind of have seen them back up a little bit. No backing up at all from Daniel Dubois. So I knew he was ready. I've known Don Charles for nearly a decade. I know he'd get him ready the best he could. And he was just it wasn't even a close fight. This is the thing. You know what I mean? This wasn't, people said Hagler Hearns. There was no Hagler Hearns in there. There was maybe for 10 seconds in that fifth round, but apart from that, it was one-way traffic. And if that wasn't a guy called Anthony Joshua that we know, we'd say, oh, Dubois just fought someone and just blown him out like a routine victory, because that's kind of what it looked like. So I don't know, man. I don't want to see AJ fight again, but obviously he's going to fight again. But I know where I am on this, because it's a dangerous sport. And I've always said, get in, get rich, get out. Get in, get rich, get out. Everyone stays too long. And when you stay too long in this sport, this doesn't end well. Doesn't end well for anyone.
But is it easy for us to say, because we haven't got that, we don't do what they do? I see boxing as something that's addictive.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul in a bit.
Yeah.
When he should have, those gloves should be in a frame and left there. There's something about fighters, Ade, that makes them exceptional. Not just special, but exceptional. They can't give up. They're always chasing the greatness.
Yeah.
So I hear it. When I saw Joshua go down several times, not just the once, to finish it off several times, I thought, should he really carry on? But then as a fighter...
No fighter's going to want to go out like that. Like Malik Scott's talking about Wilder all the time, because Wilder doesn't want to go out like that. They've always think they've still got it. And look, I think AJ's got a lot more in him than Wilder. Wilder doesn't even want to throw his hands anymore. But, we do see some that walk away. Lennox Lewis, after Vitaly, said, you know what, enough. I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. I've got good money. Andre Ward, they tried to pull him back 100 times. No. Even Carl Froch, after the George Groves, I mean, there was so many talk about Julio Cesar Chavez in America. He's like, you know what, we're good. We're good, we've done it. And I mean, you can't just stop. You can't stop, Sam Fraser. You can't just stop.
Abandon me.
I'm surprised there was enough space for Fraser to go past there. Jesus Christ.
He's such a big boy,
He's
isn't
a
he?
lump of a man.
I've always wondered what size his feet are. I think I'm going to ask him in a bit. Irrelevant, but I'm going to ask.
15?
I'm going to think
14, 15?
30.
Yeah, big boy. But yeah, look, I mean, I don't know, man, with AJ. Obviously, look, I like AJ a lot.
Of course.
And I feel like I'm in the sport because of AJ, doing what I do.
I think a lot of us are.
Yeah, a lot of us are in the sport. So there's no, disrespect to it. I just don't want to see him fight, because I don't want to see that again. I've never seen AJ get knocked out. Seen him get knocked down against Ruiz, but that was almost like whoa, what's happened there? He was hurt badly a few times, and I don't really... If that's the route he's going down, this man-o-man thing, not for me.
Well, we've got to move on to this card. Ade, talk to us about these two elite, and I'm going to use that word in the way it's supposed to be used.
Yeah.
They are elite fighters.
Honestly...
Talk to me about this, because there's such a disparity in the light heavyweight division until you get to these boys.
100%. Look, we saw...
the masters of the
and
level.
by far, these are number 1 and 2 with a gap. Every other division, you're like, oh, 1 second, number 3 is not too far away. I don't even know who number 3 is. It could be Boatsy, it could be Benavidez, but they're so far behind these two, it's incredible. These are the two best, right? I mean, both of them from the old school Russian training system.
We love the Soviet style.
Yeah.
I do.
I spoke to Beterviev about sparring. He said, yeah, I've sparred him many a times. I was like, whoa. He said, but they're sparring to help and they're sparring to beat up. And I said, which one was you doing? He said, I was sparring to help him. Technical. They're both completely different styles. You've got Beterviev, who just wants to absolutely break your face. I don't know overtime, I want to hurt you. And there's Bivol that wants to move around. I can't wait. Honestly, I'm Team Bivol. I don't know. I'm Team
Beterviev. Yeah, sorry. Nah.
No.
I will always be Team Beterbiev. He's my guy, man.
I just love Bivol.
When he punches you,
it's hurting you.
He wants to hurt you. He wants to crack you into pieces.
Yeah.
He's been down and he's got back up.
And that pisses him off. That pisses him off even more. When he gets knocked down, it's almost like, how dare you? How dare you try and do this? And he gets up and hurts you. And he breaks you. And look, even against the Callum Smith fight, everyone, we're patriotic over here. Callum Smith's going to beat him. I was like, have I seen something different?
You know what?
And the way in which he broke Callum, broke him after an injury as well. So this injury doesn't faze me.
When you're talking about knees, yeah, no problem.
No problem. He's a machine.
40,
no problem. But in Bivol, you're talking about the best mover in the game. That in and out business ain't a joke. This is the clash of styles. And I was right. I wasn't being hyperbolic when I said I do think the winner of this has an argument to be the best ever light heavyweight.
Yeah,
best
I agree.
ever. Like, you're
I
talking unbeaten. They've cleaned up the division. Cleaned up. There's no one else. Nah, this is nasty. It's nasty.
So when you look down the card, what would you say is your next favourite fight on the card?
Oh, it's got to be Wardley. Wardley Clark is frightening. You know, I hope they're getting paid well, and I'm sure they are, because you just know it's violence and it's painful and it hurts. What's going on, man? It's everything, and it's brutal. Oh, you know it's going to be the ice. Someone's pissing blood for a while because it's going to be so brutal, this fight. Two big, strong men are going to take lumps out of each other. There's a dislike there. They both think they won the first fight. I think a draw is fair. I think it was okay. But it's not going to be round one. As I said, it's going to be continuation. Round 13. There's no feel-out round. It's a straight in. So that's good. It's good to get Ben on the card. I love Ben. All this crap about Ben being a showman, showing off. So what? I grew up on Prince Nassim Hamed. I don't mind someone doing a little showboat now and again. But I think Liam's going to try his hardest, but ultimately Ben's just Ben.
Yeah, his feet,
Yeah.
his IQ. I've been there. I've seen him sparring. Speaking of, oh, look at this big jump. Fraser, what size are your feet?
Wait, she's obsessed with your size of your feet. What size fit you? I said 14, 15.
Yeah, 14.
14. Big enough.
Sorry, I'm gonna ask. Are you jumping on?
Yeah, I know. I've got. I can.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.